Alright, so today I am going to talk about my sort of near-death experience I had about a week to 2 weeks ago. I'm probably going to say a week and a half. So what happened is, well, I'm going to start by saying I live in Arizona. A lot of times when you live in Arizona, there's not really much to do, but there is stuff to do once you go out north a little bit. So my friends decided they want to go to the Sedona, Arizona, which is I've never really been to before. I actually passed it going to Flagstaff. But I never really been to it before. So I'm like, okay, I'll go to Sedona, look at some beautiful mountains or something, and then we just go home or whatever. But then I actually found out that the Sedona actually has a river, and I am okay. So I can do a little swimming and stuff. That'll be cool. So we all go to the store, Walmart, and it's not a ghetto Walmart, thank God. It's an actual Walmart with some good clientele and not weird ratchet people, but whatever. So yeah, we buy some snacks. I buy one of my favorite Nature Valley granola bars. I love Nature Valley granola bars. We buy some Gatorades, waters, those Welch's fruit snacks that, and to be honest, me and my friends ate like 10 bags total. I mean, those fruit snacks are so good, but we feel like we all feel like they don't put enough in the bags to actually make us not consume so much, or we're just greedy ass people. But yeah, so we go up north to the Sedona. We are on the freeway, the I-17. It takes about an hour and a half to get there. Before we go to the Sedona River, we go and get something to eat. We try not to eat too much because you know what they say about eating right before you go out to swim. So we have a couple of thin slices of pizza, and then my friends eat some wings. We paid, we tip, we go out. So now we go on our way to the Sedona River. Uh, we get naked, then we put on our swim stuff on, and then we are going out. It is a very beautiful view, I will tell you that. The river is so beautiful, and it's sort of scary because, of course, the river is surrounded by mountains, and then there's like the mountains are so big, and there's like a bigger mountain on top with a house. You can see like a little house on the top, and it's like, oh damn, how does this person get around without almost dying? I don't understand. But yeah, so we decided to go in the river, of course, and it's really fun because we had the waves, and it's cool because this is natural. The waves is just like pushing us, and we're like sliding and all the stuff. But one thing, one thing that did happen was the waves did end up pushing us into the deeper part of the river, and that part was about maybe 7 feet. Couldn't have been any more than 8. And I'm gonna be honest, I can swim. And there's no shame to of admitting that I can't swim. But the thing is, I have never went swimming outside of a pool. And I'm going to tell you the difference between a pool and the rivers and oceans and stuff in a little bit. But by that time, I was trying to swim, but for some reason, uh, I just couldn't relax. And then I was losing breath, and then I was hanging on to one of the boulders or something, and then I thought I had got enough breath, but apparently I didn't because by the time I actually went in the water, I saw myself pushing myself out. And the thing is, the scary thing about the river is, which is the difference between a pool, is that no one can see in that Sedona River or any other, natural bodies of waters, to be honest, because unlike a pool, or unlike the natural bodies of water, a pool, you can actually see what's going on down there. I mean, you can see the walls and the little stair things and the drains and all that clear as day. But at the Sedona where I was, I couldn't see anything but dark green. That was the color of the water, just dark green. Like I couldn't see any other thing to help me, and I was afraid to swim because I didn't want to end up, swimming at some rock and then hitting my head. So that's another thing, you have to be careful about swimming in the Sedona. And the rocks are really slippery. Somebody can really get hurt too, by the way. It's another thing I wanted to point out. So, yeah, within about 30 seconds, the first 30 seconds, I was just, trying to fight, I'm pushing myself up and from the water, and then I'm going back down. I'm pushing myself back up, and I'm going back down, and I'm losing breath. And my friends, they just like stare at me for like the first 30 seconds. Like they stare at me like weirdly, like if there's something wrong with me. And then in my head, I'm all like, why are you guys just freaking standing there? Come and help me. Like I'm about to flip and die. Apparently they thought I was joking, but no, I was not joking. I was seriously drowning. I felt the oxygen not leaving not only my, lungs, but I felt it leaving my brain too. And I just got to a point where I was losing energy, strength, oxygen, and I just was just float. I was just floating down, down, and down. And man, I was like, in my head, I'm like, not like this, God, not like this. I'm too young. There's a lot of things that I haven't even accomplished yet in my life. Why now? And so I was drowning about another good 30 seconds. And then I felt something, come and push me. I like someone had a hold of me. And then next, I felt myself, on the surface. And I was so glad to be on that surface. I was just like, I would not let myself not breathe for a second during the rest of that day. Oh my God, that was one of the scariest things I have ever encountered in my 20 years of life. I mean, it's just scary, and just thinking about it, it just makes you just want to be like, oh, it can be a little traumatizing, but you know what? I'm not going to let that one experience stop me from, going back to water, I'm not going to like stop swimming for like 20 years just because I had one bad experience at the Sedona. That's one thing you should never do in life is run away from something. You got to keep facing your fears, But yeah, I would not. There was the rest of the day, the trip home and stuff, I was just breathing hard, and then my head was in pain because like I said, the oxygen was leaving my brain too. So yeah, that was quite a day, and I was so grateful. It makes me look at life a little bit differently and how it can easily be taken from you and you won't even know it. That's just insane. So hopefully I won't have an experience like that again. And, I get another, 50 or 60 years on this planet because, I'm not ready to go. Like, I'm here to have fun. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'll say that, though. But yeah, that's my experience. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. So you can like, share. Yeah, you can share too. Comment, subscribe, dislike, whatever you want to do, all right? All up to you.